Because I heard he could really play.
No. He can't even be Shakur.
He can't.
So you.
What's Shakur lied to you?
You lost. I seen the videos.
You ain't seen my video.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly.
I just see the videos.
Exactly.
Oh, what happened?
Exactly.
Boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is world champion.
Terence Crawford stirred debate after a tense moment with Devin Haney and by openly sharing his thoughts on Shakur Stevenson, warning that Stevenson's top-level defense makes him a serious threat and that anyone who overlooks him could pay a heavy price in future fights.
Your little brother, you know what I'm saying, Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50, I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because you're man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur. People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fight.
Terence Crawford said that a lot of fighters, including Devin Haney, seem reluctant to step in the ring with Shakur Stevenson, calling him a tough and intimidating opponent to face.
You're here for your little brother this week, in Shakur Stevenson. I've interviewed both of you for years, and you really have kind of built a relationship that a lot of people know about. Some people maybe don't. How good is Shakur Stevenson in your opinion?
He's not good, he's great. And I think tomorrow the world will take notice of how great he is. There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that. Just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff. But they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on. You know, the toughness, the grit, the grind. Like, he's amazing. You know, and tomorrow he will show it.
How do you think it ends tomorrow night? Do you believe that Shakur Stevenson can stop Teofimo Lopez? Because people aren't really talking about that.
Listen, if T.O. get out of line, you know, he can get hurt. You know, but I see Shakur outboxing him to a decision, a unanimous decision.
Terence Crawford praised Shakur Stevenson for his outstanding ability, highlighting his smart game planning, clean technique, and high fight IQ, and showing clear respect for how he mixes sharp strategy with accurate execution, making him a dangerous and well-respected force inside the ring.
When I'm in there with Shakur, you know, it's just a chess match, you know, because Shakur is a thinking man as well. So it's definitely a chess match, and you know, that's something that, you know, I love, he loves, because now we got to be creative. We got to be, you know, we got to go in that bag and be like, man, I can't do this with him because it's not gonna work. So now I got to get more creative to get a little advantage over him, because we both competitive. Neither one of us want to let the other one get anything off. So, you know, that's probably what he...
Devin Haney made it clear that he fully intends to face Shakur Stevenson, saying the fight is too big to ignore, pointing to the huge money involved and the strong demand from fans who want to see it happen.
Your name without saying Shakur, Teofimo, Tank, right? It just is what it is. Is that fight going to ever happen? Would it ever happen against you and Shakur?
100%, yeah. I think so. I think it.
You think Shakur will grow into whatever weight you're in?
We're all of us is close to the same size.
size.
You know, we're all growing together. We're all like, you know, getting bigger. Well, so, and it's only so many guys, like y'all said, it's only so many guys that we could make big money and people want to see the fights. Which even though I know that they making new guys, it's guys like Kermel, Abdullah, all these guys want to come up too. So eventually they gonna be there too. But yeah, no, I think that a fight with Shakur is very much possible. We tried to make it happen a while back, but you never know. I think
During a recent podcast, Shakur Stevenson and Terence Crawford briefly talked about Devin Haney, touching on respect, competition, and how they view their careers, with Stevenson making it clear he's ready to face anyone put in front of him, including top-level fighters like Haney.
Fight whoever they put in front of me.
What, Devin Haney?
Whoever they put in.
However, talks between top fighters are rarely simple, as they involve issues like money splits, TV deals, promotional interests, and the constant balance between risk and reward. And Shakur Stevenson has made it clear he only takes fights that fit his financial and career plans, which could be why the bout with Devin Haney hasn't been finalized. With many believing the delay isn't about fear, but because both sides are pushing for the best possible deal, which is common in major fights like.
I try to be real careful on what I say.
True. This has got Jay on Twitter. He a big Haney fan. He be always clipping and changing stuff, Jay.
Yeah, they gonna make a narrative as if like I'm scared of. I think Devin's a tremendous fighter. Do I think Devin Haney can beat me? Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because Devin, he's a boxer. It's not like he's a stone cold killer who's just gonna go in there and try to knock me the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's gonna outbox me. I'm the greatest boxer. How do you?
Terence Crawford has more than just a casual opinion on Shakur Stevenson, as he has consistently praised his skills and ring intelligence, even noting that Stevenson stands out for how he can adjust to different styles during a fight. And when fans question his defensive approach, Crawford supports him by reminding everyone that boxing is about landing shots while avoiding them, a mindset often linked to greats like Muhammad Ali.
Fight beat Shakur. I'm saying Shakur beat everybody. It don't matter who it is. Shakur beating them, so it don't matter. Shakur over everybody. And that's how it's gonna be. Man, that boy's special. That boy's special, man. Shakur's, you know what I mean, one of a kind. You know what I mean? He adapt to every fighter, and then once he adapt to you, it's
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has praised Shakur Stevenson multiple times, especially for his technique and ring IQ, and while he never directly called him the best in his division, he has often highlighted his advanced skill set, even comparing him to Gervonta Davis by saying Davis brings raw power while Stevenson stands out for precision, defense, and strong fundamentals, qualities Mayweather built his own career on. And his respect goes back years, as he once told Stevenson early on that he saw something special in him and even hinted that he had the potential to one day challenge or surpass some of his records.
Guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, you know, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
Well, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, I mean, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best.
Devin Haney is focused on proving he belongs with boxing's elite and knows that true legacy comes from taking on the toughest challenges, not protecting a record, which is why he has openly pushed for big fights, especially against Shakur Stevenson, a matchup many see as era-defining, as it goes beyond titles and is really about respect, pride, and proving who is the most complete fighter of this generation. And Haney believes that defeating an unbeaten and highly skilled opponent like Stevenson would quiet critics and cement his greatness, while the fight itself promises huge financial rewards and global attention, making it one of the most anticipated clashes in modern boxing, with other fighters also targeting Haney, showing his strong position at the center of the division.
Those fights are not possible. Would you be more inclined just to move up to 140?
Yeah, you know, if I can't get those fights next, or it doesn't make sense for it to be next, I'll probably go to 140, test it out, see how I feel at the weight at 140, and then when the time is right, then, you know, I'll defend my belt at 135. We'll just see, though. I got to go back and talk with the team and see what makes the most sense. That's really all.
Talk of a potential fight between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson keeps growing, though a major hurdle still stands in the way of making it happen. But both fighters remain in top shape, consistently showing strong discipline, preparation, and technical skill that make them very tough to beat, with their recent performances and undefeated records highlighting their steady form and professionalism at the highest level. And Haney has openly spoken about Stevenson, making it clear he is ready to face him, showing both confidence and a willingness to take on big challenges that could define his legacy, while also acknowledging Stevenson as a serious and dangerous opponent.
Haney going to concede to that? I doubt it. So there's a major obstacle in the way. But nonetheless, as you watch these two fighters fight, you can clearly see, outside of cheating, they're more than likely not going to lose, right? With that said, Devin Haney immediately responds to Shakur, Shakur responds to Devin, right? Again, we had the initial 4 kings. It was Devin, Ryan, T.O., and Tank Davis, right? It was supposed to be the 4 kings 2.0, from the Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto.
Shakur Stevenson has responded to the comments from Devin Haney, making it clear he's aware of the discussion and open to a future fight, but only when the timing makes sense both competitively and financially. And this back and forth shows mutual respect while also highlighting the careful strategy behind big fights, where success depends not just on in-ring ability but also on timing, negotiations, and long-term planning, with both fighters staying ready and carefully weighing the risks and rewards before making a move.
For this, plenty of times, I asked him, do you feel like you're Wilfred Benitez? Because we had that 4-king era, but nobody mentions Wilfred Benitez. And the fact remains is Wilfred Benitez beat Roberto Duran as well. And Roberto Duran is 1-4 against those guys. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time. Outside of that, Roberto Duran, he lost to he quit against Sugar Ray Leonard. He got knocked out brutally by Tommy Hearns. He got outboxed by Marvin Hagler and outclassed by Wilfred Benitez. Right? But he's overshadowing Wilfred Benitez. And I felt like these guys, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Tank, and T.O., overshadowed Shakur Stevenson. And now Shakur Stevenson has shined the light by dominating Teofimo Lopez.
Shakur Stevenson delivered a dominant performance in his recent fight against Teofimo Lopez, and his trainer, Bozy Ennis, highlighted just how impressive it was, noting that Stevenson seemed to control the action even while appearing to rely heavily on one effective hand, as his sharp and accurate jab kept Lopez at bay and allowed him to control the pace and distance throughout the fight, with every move showing clear intent, and his footwork, timing, and defensive skills demonstrating high-level discipline and ring IQ that neutralized Lopez's power and aggression, helping shift criticism about his resume and proving he can compete against top-level opposition.
I see greatness, man. I see greatness. Shakur practically beat you with one hand, man. That jab, man. Most important hand you have, man. You know? And he looked good doing it, sharp. You know what I mean? Distance. He did everything, man. He did everything right, man.
A lot of people thought it would be a tough fight because T.O.'s athletic, T.O.'s experienced, he's fought on a high level. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they were critical of Shakur. Right. He ain't fought nobody and this and that. Yeah. He made T.O. look like everybody else.
Made him look like an amateur. Made him look like an amateur. Yes.
Now, technically, what did you see? Right? Where did T.O. go wrong in that fight?
Where he went wrong?
Yeah.
Fighting Shakur. That's where he went wrong. Fighting Shakur. I knew he just running his mouth. He just was talking, man. I knew that from the beginning, even the time.
Shakur Stevenson stayed in full control of the fight despite a minor issue with his left hand, leaning on his jab and using his left hand only when necessary due to discomfort, and his trainer Bozy Ennis pointed out that he could have pushed for a stoppage if he wanted, but instead chose to box smart with control and precision, showing strong ring IQ, patience, and calm under pressure as he adjusted his outperformed his opponent through timing, footwork, and defense, giving fans in Philadelphia and around the world a clear display of elite-level boxing that further confirmed his place among the sport's top fighters.
Yeah, Shakur knows you could have got stopped too, but Shakur hurt his left hand. His left hand was hurt. If you notice, he was using that jab a lot.
Yeah, jab and then
you know what I mean? And he threw the left hand every now and then. Because I was screaming out. Everybody said they heard me in Philly.
Yo, we could hear you on the TV. Yo.
Yeah, that's my young buck. You know what I mean? And I was telling him, throw that straight left hand. Then I noticed when he did throw it, he wasn't throwing it real hard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But he looked spectacular, man. You know what I mean? You can't ask for nothing more, man. And with me, I don't care about what people say, man. They always want to talk about you and say, oh, he should have did this, should have did that. He did everything that he was supposed to do. And
the potential matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney has become one of the most talked about fights in boxing, as fans are eager to see two highly skilled, fast, and disciplined fighters go head-to-head, with Stevenson known for his strong defense and accuracy while Haney brings timing, movement, and smart combinations, and their different styles make the fight hard to predict, which adds to the performances and debate who would control the pace, knowing that every exchange could shift momentum and even small mistakes could decide the result, while the fight would carry major stakes for pride, rankings, and long-term legacy.
So it's like maybe something that Devin can definitely go out up there with ease, only need to deal with the size, but he's probably going to have the speed advantage because he's a smaller guy coming up. So, I mean, you tell me, do you feel like that's going to be harder than the Lomachenko fight?
No. I think Loma probably be his hardest top 2 or 3 fights in his whole career. I could predict that even going to the end, you know, to say if Devin fight 8, 9, 10 more years, that'd be one of his top 2 or 3 hardest fights because the age that he fought him. Loma was at his very peak. He was at his peak. He was older. He was right there at his top peak.
Should Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson fight next? And who would win if they do?